You won't catch Arvada resident Margaret Melander sitting still too often. At a glance, she's the picture of health. But about a year ago, at age 57, the former court reporter and business owner received a challenging diagnosis.
I was feeling bad, and the job that I always really loved, and my job was always easy for me. All of a sudden, it wasn't easy for me, and I was puzzled.
She figured she was just burned out. She took a vacation to visit her daughter in Africa, thought she'd come back rested and ready for work again.
And that just didn't happen.
So she took herself off the schedule and went to her doctor, who sent her to a neurologist.
And within 10 minutes, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, which explained exactly why my job felt so hard.
Her dizziness, vertigo, anxiety, and other symptoms fit the diagnosis.
Weird things like I would scream in the middle of the night. That's a Parkinson's symptom. My left arm stopped swinging altogether. My handwriting got really small. And like I said, my court reporting machines weren't working as well as they once did, so your manual dexterity is shot.
It may have ended her court reporting days, but not her active lifestyle. Now, faced with early retirement and having already sold her court reporting business, she and husband Tom have ramped up and added to the activities they've always enjoyed. In fact, Margaret learned that staying active was part of the solution to what she calls a harsh diagnosis.
And I'd been wondering what was wrong with me for such a long time that it was almost a relief to put a name to it. And after it was named, I felt like I could fight the good fight.
Her response to her diagnosis doesn't surprise her husband.
She's a strong woman. She's just kind of been this way as long as I've known her. She's extremely positive and just going all out on things that she does.
These days, she and Tom are regulars at Apex Recreation Center. Her favorite new thing, a funny-sounding game called pickleball. A sport that's been around since 1965, but has really grown in popularity in recent years.
It's a racket sport played on a court the size of a badminton court. The net's 4 inches shorter than a tennis net, and usually it's doubles. And you play with a wooden paddle and a green wiffle ball, and it's just like a racket sport.
Playing up to 3 times a week for several hours has helped loosen a stiff shoulder caused by Parkinson's. And though Margaret started on the beginner's court, she's now on the more competitive court. She explains how exercise helps combat Parkinson's and the symptoms caused by the brain's dying neurons.
As I understand it, neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to reform and alter itself to cope with injury or insult. Research has shown that one of the best ways of maintaining brain plasticity is through cardio exercising. Even with good exercise, it's still a progressive disease.
But being able to slow its progression gives her a reason to keep moving.
I kind of figure anything I can keep doing, I can keep doing. So as soon as I stop doing it, I'm afraid I'll have to stop doing it. So here we are on the perfect summer day at Stanley Lake.
For a family outing that includes a little more than just sightseeing.
Wakeboarding, I think, helps with the balance, and really it helps with just overall body strength and stretching and flexibility. And I'm in better shape now than I have been for a really long time. And I kind of feel like I don't do a lot of exercising, but I do a lot of moving my body. And I just think that if it feels like exercise, you may not do it. But if it just feels like you're playing and having fun, then you schedule it in and you look forward to it.
Beyond staying physically active, Margaret's diagnosis opened up other worlds to her.
I was worried about how to fill my time because I so abruptly left work. And interesting things just keep coming my way, and that's a good thing.
She's become active in causes such as the Lost Boys of Sudan and was able to visit a boarding school for Sudanese orphans, through a friend who himself was one of the Lost Boys of Sudan and now educates orphans there.
It's kind of one of those mixed blessings where you think, it's a wake-up call to live your life.
She and Tom recently became trained research advocates for the Parkinson's Disease Foundation Learning Institute. And Margaret works with a support group for newly diagnosed Parkinson's patients.
So it's such a scary diagnosis that it's helpful to I like reaching out to people who have just recently been diagnosed and giving them words of encouragement.
Just the attitude that she's had through this and being positive, and she really just does look at this as a new chapter of her life. And it's an exciting chapter. She's doing things that she'd never done before, or never thought about doing before. And it's been good. It's been good.
I really do think that having a good attitude makes all the difference, and so I would just say that I'm not going down without a fight.
It's all about living a life well, says Margaret. For more information about Parkinson's, go online to parkinsonrockies.org and click on Patients for additional health information and support groups. If you're interested in learning more about classes and programs through Apex Recreation Center designed for a healthy lifestyle, go online to apexprd.org.